Hi guys, and welcome to another end of the week weekly update about deeper networks. A few things have happened, nothing major, but let's get to it. Deeper tweets, bit of drama. It's actually before, it was last week, but I didn't see it, so I thought I would do it now. And it's basically about the withdrawal limit. So on the chain, you can withdraw 5,000 DPR per day. It's all done now on the Binance Smart Chain. So the gas fees are ultra low. I think it's like 45 cents to use the bridge, and it's like 11 cents to stake or something. Now this guy said it's shameful that the fee is 20-25% considering gas prices now. And that basically tells me that he hasn't been keeping himself up to date with the project. So he's probably got a device, he might be a Genesis node guy, and he's left it to run, he's gained organic credit, he's staked and all that, and now he thinks, right, I want to cash out, and he's probably got loads of DPR on his device and he can't get it out because there's a limit. Well, you know, tough, because it's a limit, it's always been there, it's not new news. What do you want people to do? Should they change the entire system for you because you couldn't be bothered to log in and withdraw all your DPR every like few days? I mean, how are you earning 5,000 DPR a day? Right? The only explanation is that you haven't been withdrawing your DPR to your wallet, and now you think, bollocks, I can't get my DPR out. Well, tough. Alright? So, Deeper said, thanks for contacting us. Did you use Binance Smart Chain? It's not even $1. So if you have issues, please raise a ticket and we'll give you a hand. This got them so much trouble, like, it's unbelievable. So Stephen Adair, please answer the original question regarding the withdrawal limits. How much longer will these draconian rules be in place? Draconian rules. Well, Stephen, I think you're from the US, so I don't know what it's like over there. However, in the UK, it's quite draconian, right? So if you watch a television and you don't have a license that costs you about $260 a year, you can go to jail for that for 6 months. Okay, that is draconian. You can have a 75-year-old who can no longer afford to even heat their home and doesn't pay the TV fee, and they go to prison. They come out and their house is gone because their insurance is void for the mortgage because they have an unspent criminal conviction. So from not paying your TV license, you lose your house. That's draconian, Stephen. And it's a real shame that you're using terms like that in regards to this, because a 5,000 DPR limit is hardly going to change your life, is it, Stephen? You know, first world problems. Anyway, right, so the next comment was from this guy, the tech investor. He was pretty critical, and he did release a few replies to the original Deeper Network tweet. So the tech investor did leave a few comments. If the project deemed around $750 a day in withdrawals for the safe amount, then DPR should be pegged to what the US dollar is at that minute, not fixed to a DPR amount. 100,000 DPR in, but only 5,000 out per day reads as limit in withdrawals. Well, you know what, mate? If you actually checked the AMAs and you listened back to at least a couple of them, you would know that that is actually the case. They don't want everybody withdrawing loads of DPR and then dumping it and selling it. Because what will that do to the rest of the community? It will drop the price. And it will make a lot of selling pressure because people will see that, jump on board, and they'll sell too because they think it's a dump. So that's why it's in place. People who have been in this project for a long time know that, and yeah, it's been said many times. Alright, it's been mentioned in loads of AMAs, but people are selective when they listen to things. Anyway, the last thing the guy said, how about addressing the initial question about the withdrawal limit? This response is a joke. Well, I don't think they're going to reply to you if you're going to speak to them like that. When Easy Mining came in, I was pretty pissed too, and I was quite harsh on Twitter and Discord and all that. But that was a genuine problem, because if they brought Easy Mining in, it would have destroyed the entire project. Nobody would have come in, it would have been incredibly inflationary, and it was stupid to even think that that was a good plan. And luckily for us, they dropped it. The pushback from the community was massive, and that would have cost the community hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, possibly millions. And that is a real problem that's worth getting pissed off about. But having a 5,000 DPR per day limit when you only earn 164 per day, that's not a big deal. If you've left your device for 6 months and you've got 400,000 DPR in there now, well, tough. You should have paid attention, you should have kept up to date, you should have withdrawn your DPR when you had it. You wouldn't be in the position you are now. Anyway, let's just move on and get on with the next tweet. So Deeper Network, they have released the new firmware 1.1.22, and you can do it yourself or you can wait until it gets pushed to your device if you have auto updates turned on. It's important to update because it's got security improvements in regards to the whole Hackergate. I'm going to go through it later on in this video. There's also a specific video that runs through the firmware on a device that I have, and it explains what's changed. So the link to that video is in the description below as well, but stick around if you just want a brief thing and I'll go through it later on. So that's pretty much the tweets from Deeper. Let's look at the tweets from Eric Ma. He normally has a lot to say. This week he's been a little bit quieter. He's been promoting his TideX thing. But Scott mentioned that DeeperScan is functioning slowly. Any reason why? And Eric says yes, we know. There was an update and they're on it, and then Scott says nice work on the fix, and I can confirm that it is fixed. However, there is another issue which has still not been turned off. I tried today, and that is that the staking on AtomOS has been temporarily disabled for updates. Users who want to stake can use the Web20 staking portal at the portal website thing. We'll let you know when everything's fixed, and at the minute it isn't. I've tried today, I've got 60,000 DPR which I can't stake, and I'm not going to use the bridge to then do that. So I'm just going to wait. There's no rush. Hopefully it'll be fixed soon because it's useful. And yeah. The next thing is in regards to Hackergate, we had a promise of a basic rundown of the security of the device and why they were lying, basically, why they couldn't do what they said they were doing on a remote device. And they said a technical document was going to follow which explained it in more detail of why they couldn't do it, and that has been released. The link to that document is in the description below as well for you. In case you're technically inclined and you know what it all means, you can then read and see why it was a load of bollocks. So now let's move on to the token price. And by the way, those hackers, I don't think they've been back. There's been a couple of people putting random theories out there of how they did it, which are completely wrong, but the actual guy who posted it hasn't been back yet. So the token, it's not been a great week, but it's not been that bad. So we started at 0.01028 at the start of the week, and we ended up, we've gone down a bit. We're still higher than what we were last week. So at the end of last week, we were actually lower than what we are now. So we finished up. Time is 20 past 9 at night. It's 0.009205, and we've gone down 17 ranks to 705, and we're down 0.003595. It's not that bad. I mean, I'm staking all the time, so I don't actually cache any of my DPR. I just roll it over, restake it, and make more and more and more, and it snowballs and snowballs, and then once all of those devices are at level or tier 7, I can let them just carry on, and all the DPR rewards that I get from those will be stored in MetaMask. I'll bridge them, and then hopefully I will become the new UK validator at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. So the firmware was released about 6 days ago or so, and this is essentially a rundown. Now, I did say there's a video about this, and you can actually look in the description below and click that video and watch it. I'll go through the firmware plus give you the download link if you want to do it yourself. But let's just run down the list of what has actually changed in this firmware itself. So change the sharing bandwidth limit range, so now it's a minimum of 1.5 megabytes per second, which is very welcome. Yeah, it used to be like people were putting in 0.2 meg and you were getting terrible speeds. Personally, I think they should just get rid of it and just make everybody do unlimited, but hey. Fix the DHCP bug, fixed an issue with the session speed chart. Well, yeah, okay. Grouped SSID by frequency, so now on the Wi-Fi tab you can select 5 GHz frequencies or 2.4 GHz frequencies. Implemented auto refresh, okay. Added a hide SSID option, so you can now hide your Wi-Fi. And if you want to connect to it, you just have to add it in. As long as you know the name and the password, you can just add it. You don't have to scan for it. Added a kill switch option, which is for the IP address to protect it in case your tunnel drops for whatever reason. It won't then reveal your IP address, it will just cut the internet off on the website that you're on if it's smart root, or your whole internet if it's full root. Added Rust Desk tab, that's a remote viewing software, RDP, and I need to do a video on that. A lot of people are asking how to do it, what it does. They haven't given us much to go on, but I'm going to contact Eric Ma tomorrow and try and get some more information so I can do a video. And improved AtomOS security, improved the relay mode. That will be for the P core and the Air. Improved web filter dashboard diagram, and this version has made important updates to the underlying security of AtomOS. Please upgrade this version as soon as possible. Do not try to downgrade versions to avoid irreversible errors. Now this is all about the Hackergate thing. So they've made changes in the background, in the code, to kind of patch up some of these holes that the hackers were saying they actually exploited. They basically tightened their belts and they've improved the security. So this whole Hackergate thing, I think, was actually really good. You know, it was exciting, it was drama, and we got a better and robust AtomOS because of it. So yeah, so now let's go on to the final thoughts on this. So the final thoughts on this from me, I mean really I've explained everything in the video. I did go on a little bit of a rant at the beginning, but please try and keep up to date with the project. Try and be reasonable. Okay, when you're tweeting deeper, just be nice. You know, I mean, you can see there they didn't respond after they started getting all that crap, which is the right thing to do. You know, a 5,000 DPR withdrawal limit is nothing. Who cares? It's not a big deal. Just withdraw a couple of times. You know, but people want everything their way, and that's how it works, I suppose. The new firmware, if you've had problems with it, put in the comments below. A couple of people have contacted me and said they don't like it. Well, it is what it is, but if you have had problems, explain what problems you've had below, and if there's enough of yours, I'll chase it up and I'll see what they say. And other than that, that is pretty much it. Hopefully the staking comes back on in the next few days so I can get my 60k staked. What I think I might start doing as well is at the end of each month is do like a state of play. So what devices I have, what tiers they're on, how much I earn, and just at the end of every single month update that, and you can see just how profitable this can actually be from my perspective. So I hope I haven't badgered you with that rant, and it's not meant to be entertaining, although I'm sure some of you probably think it is. And I will see you on the next video on Friday. So thank you for watching, and forget about the token price. You know, it's not important yet. Bitcoin's rallied, our token might follow. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.